Candace Owens, Director of Communications at the conservative. Nobody else is described as progressive or liberal, but you are described as a conservative advocacy group, Turning Point USA, and a conservative commentator and political activist known for her criticism of Black Lives Matter and the Democrat Party.
They expected Candace Owens to apologize for her views. Instead, she answered every question without backing down, and within minutes, the entire hearing had taken a completely different turn. What started as an attempt to paint Owens as extreme quickly became a debate over free speech, race, and whether conservatives are being unfairly labeled. Watch how this exchange unfolds.
Candace Owens, Director of Communications at the conservative. Nobody else is described as progressive or liberal, but you are described as a conservative advocacy group, Turning Point USA, and a conservative commentator and political activist known for her criticism of Black Lives Matter and the Democrat Party. I think you've caused my friends on the left to go to their safe spaces, and I'd love to explore with you a little bit of the reason for that. Do you consider yourself a conservative?
I am a conservative, yes.
Okay. Are you pro-life?
I am pro-life.
Okay. Does that trigger people when you see them, that they know that you're pro-life?
It makes them very upset, and okay. Democrats hate me.
Do you own a gun?
Pardon?
Do you own a gun?
No, sir.
When next time you come to Colorado, we'll take you shooting. Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Are you proud of your family?
I'm very proud of my family.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you hate Americans with black skin color?
Absolutely not. I actually love Americans with black skin color so much that I'm willing to fall on the sword 1,000 times for them to wake up and realize that we are being lied to, abused, and used by the Democrats.
How about Americans with white skin color? Do you hate them?
I do not, and that's a problem for people on the left.
Do you hate Hispanics?
I do not.
Do you hate Asians?
I do not.
Do you hate lesbians or gays or anybody from the LGBTQ community?
Nope, I've got all of that in my family.
I'm baffled because in the chairman's opening statement, he said that you openly associate with purveyors of hate.
Yes, purveyors of hate by his definition is anybody that supports the president. I support the president because he's done a tremendous job in helping the black community, despite all of the rhetoric from the media and leftists, which do not want him to be successful.
Tell me a little bit about how the president has helped the black community, if you would, please.
Well, he's lowered the black unemployment rate. It's the lowest it's ever been in the history. He's getting us off of our feet. We see, I believe the last number I checked was 3.5 million people are off of food stamps, something that the Black Caucus sat down and didn't applaud. Neither did any of the Democrats applaud, because they want a system where blacks are dependent on the government. They are the people that put in place the policies that broke down the black family, and the biggest problem that's facing our community is father absence. In every room that I've been in with the president, he talks about real issues, and he doesn't pander to us. He doesn't do Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's southern drawl accent and speaking to us like we're slaves. He asks us important questions, and the most important question he could have asked was, Black America, what do you have to lose? Because we were already losing under Democrat leadership.
Do you believe that you openly associate with purveyors of hate?
I absolutely do not. I have no tolerance for hate whatsoever.
Do you believe that college campuses should be open discussions, or there should be open discussions on college campuses for various issues?
I absolutely do. You know, I do a campus tour tonight. I'm flying up to University of Connecticut to continue that, and we are being met with aggressive leftist groups. 3 Antifa chapters have declared they're going to try to shut it down, and we face this violence every day on the left, and nobody ever wants to talk about it.
And I guess what I was going to ask you, you went on to explain it before I got a chance to, but have you ever been disinvited from speech opportunities at college campuses because of your conservative views?
All the time.
Is that a form of hatred, do you think?
Of course it is, and we're not talking enough about political hatred in this country. We're not talking enough about conservative activists being attacked, like myself. We had a student whose dorm was set on fire for being a member of the Turning Point chapter, and all we preach is for free markets and capitalism as a means to lift the most people out of poverty. That is my belief, and of course, my main thesis is that black people do not have to be Democrats, and we are not owned by the left, and I understand that causes some people trouble.
So, as a conservative, you've attended many conservative events and visited with many conservatives. And I am not denying for a moment that there are white supremacists and we should condemn white supremacists, that there are Nazis and we should condemn Nazis, that there are hateful groups all across the political spectrum and we should condemn those. But in your interactions with conservatives, have you seen hateful speech, bigotry, race among the conservatives that you've associated with?
I speak in front of conservatives probably 3 times a week. I jump on a stage and I say everything pro-black, and they are so supportive.
The moment questioning began, it was obvious this wasn't going to be a typical congressional hearing. The congressman started with a series of simple questions. Are you a conservative? Owens answered, yes. Are you pro-life? Again, yes. Are you a Christian? Another immediate yes. There was no hesitation and no attempt to soften her positions. Then came the question many people were waiting for. Do you hate Black Americans? Owens immediately rejected the premise. She said she loved Black Americans and argued that her political views come from wanting better opportunities for the community, not from hostility toward anyone. The questions kept coming. Did she hate white Americans? No. Hispanics? No. Asians? No. Members of the LGBTQ community? Again, no. Her broader point was that political disagreement should not automatically be treated as hatred. The discussion then shifted to Donald Trump and his record. Owens argued that under the Trump administration, Black unemployment reached historic lows and pointed to economic gains she believes benefited many Black Americans. She contrasted that with what she described as years of failed Democratic policies that encouraged dependence instead of opportunity. Supporters of that argument credit Trump's economic policies for helping minority employment, while critics argue the picture is more complicated and reflects longer-term economic trends. Either way, Owens defended her position directly, without backing away from it. The hearing then moved into one of the biggest debates in American politics today: free speech. Owens described speaking on college campuses, where, according to her, conservative events frequently face protests, cancellation attempts, and security concerns. She argued that universities should encourage debate instead of shutting down viewpoints students disagree with. That led into one of the central messages she's known for. Owens said Black Americans should never feel obligated to support one political party simply because of race. She argued that ideas and values, not identity, should determine political choices. Finally, the congressman asked whether she had personally witnessed racism among the conservatives she regularly speaks with. Owens responded that she has consistently received support from conservative audiences while speaking openly about issues affecting Black communities. She argued that Americans should be united by shared citizenship rather than divided by race. By the end of the hearing, one thing was clear. Instead of spending the entire exchange defending herself, Owens used the questions to explain her broader political philosophy on race, free speech, and conservative values. Whether you agree with everything she said or strongly disagree, she stayed composed, answered every question directly, and never backed away from her positions. That's exactly why this exchange continues to generate so much discussion years later. What do you think? Did Candace Owens successfully defend her views during this hearing, or do you think her critics still made the stronger case? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy congressional hearing breakdowns like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Congress Parrot, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next major political showdown.